I'll start the live now.
Sweet deal. Hello YouTube, welcome to NASCAR Heat 4. We're here for the Wholemade Veedverks Outlaw Series here. I'm sorry, the Wholemade Veedverks Gunman Truck Series here at the Kentucky Speedway. We're going to have a blast tonight for the Buckle Up in Your Truck. Click it or ticket 225 here at the Kentucky Speedway.
I'm so there. Don't make me kill myself. Number.
Alright. And
Here
we're
we go.
75 laps tonight.
Getting up to racing. Green flag in the air. We're racing at Kentucky.
This is an exciting race. Now, last week it was all about the high line.
This week it's all about the inside lane because this track is just so flat and so wide. How about Miz already leading us around? Controller Hog up into the second position. I'm sorry, 2 words is in for the 87 truck. Controller Hog cannot make it this week. How about Dak Fu in that 68 truck trying to get up here and join the lead battle right now, riding third. Starting to open up the gap. Miz, you see sliding up the track. Now, normally at most amount of house, that's not an issue, but on a track that's so flat, that's actually going to end up making you lose a lot more time than you expect. Look at the 68 already as 2 words followed Miz up the track. Dak Fu was able to get to the inside of the 87 truck. You see everybody fighting for that inside lane. Again, very different than last week, as you mentioned, Ripper.
It was all about the high line, and now they're working at low line, which could, it's kind of hard to say it, but it could either make or break their run here, because they got now they got to have their focus on the bottom line.
Well, it shouldn't, because Kansas is kind of the outlier. We don't run many other ovals on this schedule, on this game, where the outside lane is dominant. It's just not with these game physics that we get that. It's really only inside lane at almost every track. We're honestly shocked that we get Kansas racing like that. But
yeah,
it's gonna, if it turns out to be a fuel mileage race.
Some of these guys running the top line.
You see some of these guys running under the yellow line too. How about the 44? We got Army making a return to the series, up into the second position. But now what I was saying, yep, the 44 of Army, that's Devin's truck normally being filled in this week by our returning driver Army. It's definitely going to make saving fuel a little bit harder, because at Kansas, everybody ran the outside line, except when they were saving fuel, they ran the inside. Here, everybody's running the inside. If you run the outside, you're losing a lot more time.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's if it becomes fuel mileage.
So, where do you think would be on this track the best place to run if you want to save tires and fuel?
In line.
Really? Now,
Yeah.
Why would you want to run the inline instead of the outline? Because you know, it may take longer, but you don't have sharp turns, so you're just turning gradually. You're saving your tires, and you're
right, but you run that outside lane, you're about 3 to 4 seconds slower a lap. You're gonna get lapped in about 20 laps.
If you only need to save 10 laps, you're good. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I just can't picture somebody running the outside line to try to save fuel. That's a longer way around, and you have to put more gas into it. If you were saving just tires, maybe. But if you're saving tires, you're probably
I'm
also
letting
trying to
Freak
save
by
fuel.
and he overdrove it in.
And you have to
What the
put more
fuck?
gas in order to like not lose as much time. And you're riding a longer distance,
Right.
you're wasting more fuel.
Happens all the time. Letting people buy and Freak is like, oh, position.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, now that we see the field start to spread out a little bit, you also notice it was a little bit. These drivers, they're not only running under the yellow line on the front stretch, they're running it through 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. How about Miz under attack from the 44 of Army, side by side down the back. Here we go. You see,
I only say talk about this track is because this track is my favorite track. This track is the track that I actually got my first top 3 place finish.
all right, so you would know that if you run the outside lane here, it is very detrimental to your race.
Oh, it helped me a little bit, but not much that I was expecting it to. So what I had to do was I had to come up with a strategy for me to outrun everybody there and try to get a top 3.
Yeah.
And that was run it till it was dry, turn around, go in for a splash of gas and a 2-tire pit stop and get out of the pits quick.
And
I
well,
did that
how
every
about
stage.
we got a battle for the lead? There goes the 87 of 2 word straight to the race lead. Once over to 45, who gets by the 44 of Army. So 2 words,
And here
Miz
comes the
and Army in the
44
top
of
3. And
Army.
around goes the O2 truck.
Oh,
That's not good.
They're able to keep it straight. Looks like we will stay green for the time being. Still waiting on official word.
Who drives the O2? I forgot.
That would be the
Addy?
O2 of Addy.
Oh, that's Eddie.
So it looks like the 13 truck of Bud got into the tailgate of the O2 of Addy. The apology has been sent from the 13 to the O2. And look at this pack of trucks we've got here led by Dakfu now. You see everybody kind of migrating up towards the outside.
Exactly.
But that's
Now-
where the draft is. As soon as they
Now
get
my-
clear, they migrate straight back to the inside. They only go to the outside to pass slow trucks.
Right. So my question to you, Emerson. Now, if you was in these trucks, right? If you was in this race, and it came down to you coming down the pits, grabbing 6 laps more of fuel, and only have 5 laps left of the race, and take two tire pit stop, or would you take 6 more laps of gas and 4 tire pit stop?
We're speaking of a pit stops right now. Pit road is busy. We got the 44 truck on pit road. He's bringing the 17, the 68, the 22, the 54, and his friends.
And it's 4 to go.
Oh, I wanted to.
Coming to 3 to go. Now, referring to that question, what would you do? Would you take the 4 tire or the 2 tire?
Well, it depends. Is it under green or under caution? If it's under green, I take the 2 tires maybe, but I have to adjust.
It's under green.
Well, okay then, yeah, 2 tires. If you have it depends also on the gap and who you're racing. If you're racing a slower truck, then you could take 2 tires easily. If you're racing a truck with some speed,
I
you
was
have to
hoping
take
no
4
one would
tires.
notice.
Top 5 people are the only ones in the pits. You're in 5th place.
Yep, these people, they're
And-
pitting now before pit road is closed here at the end of the stage.
I wonder why. I wonder if they're thinking about doing that so that they could stay out.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're working on strategy. There's 3 laps to go here. I'm sorry, 2 laps to go here in stage number 1. The 87
road
of
is
2
close.
words continues to lap around here. Huge margin.
I don't think the 87's pitted.
No, and he can now. You don't have to pit, but the strategy of the 52 trucks around on the front stretch. But the drivers who did pit, they're going to stay out at the stage caution.
Okay.
So a driver has a drive-through penalty. Not really sure on the reason, but my guess would be pit road entry violation.
The 52 truck's around again.
Once again, yeah.
Looks like a blown tire.
Oh, the 34, the 45, everybody's wrecking. The 87's out of fuel.
Gas.
And the 13 is going to win the stage.
Oh! That was close.
So these guys, they were trying to stretch it. But again, it's part of it. You saw everybody who was spread out. They were trying to save fuel there at the end of the stage, and they were running that inside lane. So how about the 13 of Bud, the 33 of Corey, the 87 of, or I'm sorry, the 88 of Prattman, the 87 of Two Words, and the 16 of Grizzly, the top 5 getting stage points for this stage. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. We're going to line these guys up double wide and try this again for stage number 2 here for the Wholemade Veedverks Gunman Truck Series race here at the Kentucky Speedway. We're racing here in the Bluegrass State, as Tower is starting to get a call situated here. So driver does have a drive-through to serve when we go back to racing. I believe for pit exit, a pit exit lane penalty. The 52 truck is on the apron as if they did pit it. Alright, so here we go. We're double wide and ready to go. Green flag in the air. Bud and Corey lead us to green. They make contact on the restart. The 22 of Clutch is the truck who's going to serve his drive-through penalty for a pit exit lane penalty. How about Bud cleared to the top lane and now tried to fend off the 88 of Prattman, the 87 of Two Words. Look at him, 4 wide deep in the pack. Now this track being so flat, you saw the 13 truck, he ran the outside lane, and that was costly because he gave the inside lane to the 87 truck, and Two Words takes over the race lead big time over Corey up to second. That 13 truck, he's got to get off that outside lane. It is death. And watching this race, Rip, are you still going to defend that outside lane?
Not looking so good for the outside lane.
It's not. Look at that 13 drop like a rock.
And now
That's
the
not to
87
say,
is
though,
back
that
in the lead.
he is back in the lead.
22's around.
He was trying to serve his pit road penalty, and he's wrecked it coming to pit road. I'm sorry, leaving pit road. Wow, so the 22 of Clutch was serving his pass-through penalty for a pit exit violation there towards the end of stage 1, and his truck wrecks coming off of pit lane. Just a bad race gone worse already, but there's still a lot of laps to go. The potential caution later this stage, or of a stage caution either way. Corey now right on the back tailgate of the 87 of Two Words. Look at Corey now around the outside of the 87 truck. The 87 has preferred line through the entry and center of the corner, but if Corey can stay close to the 87 truck through the center, he'll get a run on exit side by side down the back.
That's what's happening.
And the 87 truck on that inside lane, he will prevail. He'll clear Corey into turn 3.
Oh, I was racing with you, Dak, for the... I thought you were a lead lap car. I was just letting off.
No, it's not.
It might.
It's not. He's already clear. It's too wide.
I thought you were a lead lap car.
And now,
like,
it's still too wide. The 87 has the 33 pin behind him. Here comes the 16 of Grizzly up the inside, taking up to the top of the daily leaderboard for fastest lap at this track. Up in the race lead now. Here comes Corey up the inside. Corey was not able to get the race lead from the outside lane, like I've mentioned all broadcasts. And now let's see if we can get it from the inside lane. We have 8 laps to go here in stage number 2. Corey's going to roll that inside. Grizzly going to try with some push. Try to clear Corey. He'll do so, but he's got a nice push behind him.
And here comes Corey passing the 87.
The 87 was already behind the 33.
Oh, well, here comes the 88 trying to pass the 87.
Now that is news. Prattman does complete the pass on 2 words on the inside. The top 5 here have broken away. We've got Grizzly, Corey, Prattman, 2 words, and Addy, your top 5.
Then it comes like Addy's going to take 4th place and going to move the 87 into 5th.
Yep, Addy does clear the 87 on the inside for 4th.
Oh.
Prattman trying to really work over the back tailgate of the 33 of Corey. Grizzly's going to open up the lead just a little bit. That 16 truck is tuned to be fast. And here comes 2 words, passing Addy right back up the inside. 2 words trying to secure the 4th position once again.
That 16 truck is tuned for this track tonight.
He is. He's got enough practice under that truck. How about Corey, though? Always fast, always quick. All ready to the back tailgate of the 16 truck.
Backing off a little bit.
Oh, he got a little wide in the slipstream. He got a little tight. And now he has to defend from Prattman.
Yeah, there's only 2 things that can happen to you in a slipstream. You can either get too loose or you can get too tight. Those are the only ways. And if you get too tight off of a slipstream, you're going straight to the wall. If you get too loose, you're going to spin out. But you can also try to correct it and make sure you none of them happen to you.
I'm going to defer. I think you only get tighter in the slipstream because there's less air on your truck. Getting loose is because there's too much air.
Okay.
And also, if you get loose in the slipstream, your truck is really loose.
Yeah. Well, what preset would you run on here?
I'd run about 6.
A 6. I ran an 8 when I got a top 3.
Oh, there's a wreck in the back of the 45 into the outside wall.
Ooh.
Oh, and the 15 up in the ass of the 45.
Oh.
2 words is back there as well.
Uh-oh.
And how about Corey to the race lead over Prattman? 2 to go here in stage 2.
Bids are closed.
Now, can Corey hold off Prattman? You're going to watch him fight for this inside lane here. Oh, he missed the apex. He slid up a little bit. Actually, that's his natural exit. The 88 actually went lower. And he did not get the run off the corner. How about the 16 of Grizzly looking up high? That's for 2nd. Prattman sliding up the track. Grizzly had nowhere to go. They're 3 wide for 2nd. Pratt is cleared. Back to 4th. Addy trying to clear the 16. Last lap here in stage number 2. Addy is clear for 2nd. Here comes Grizzly. A huge turn in through the center of the corner. Side by side down the back. One final time here in stage 2 through turns 3 and 4. hugging that yellow line as we've seen all race long. He'll clear VO2 off of turn 4, but Corey will win stage 2. Grizzly second, Addy third, Pratt Man fourth. I believe we got the 44 of Army able to come up here and finish 5th. So those are the top 5 drivers getting stage points here in stage number 2. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. So we're going to go back to racing with about 40, maybe 37 laps to go, give or take. We're definitely going to have one pit stop for sure. But it might be tough to make it on one stop. These drivers might have to split this final stint in 2 stops.
Or a caution could change it all up at the right time.
Certainly it could, but I still think you're going to have to do some massive saving on both sides of your pit stop to make it. But here we go. Addy and Corey are going to lead us to green here at Kentucky. And Corey already clear of the pack heading into turn 1. Look at everybody nose to tail on that inside lane. Corey now under attack from the 16 of Grizzly. It's been all about these two all day long. Oh, Corey didn't turn down. And you're going to see Grizzly clear Corey off of turn 4, maybe. And clear. Now Corey with the crossover, though. And again, Corey to the inside lane. He's going to see if he can clear. He missed his turn in a little bit. And now Grizzly with the advantage on the outside. Corey had to check up a little bit more to not hit the 16 truck. Look at Corey painting that yellow line with his left side tires.
Don't worry about it.
What a battle we've got on for the race lead. "35 laps to go here in stage number 3. The 52 of Freak working that outside retaining wall. The 33 of Corey back up front, up the inside. And they're still side by side for the race lead. Corey clear from the inside. These top 4 have broken away because we've got Corey, Grizzly, Army, and Pratt up here. The rest of the pack battling for 5th.
So, I wonder if the 87's gonna try to come back up and get that.
Well, he's gonna try, but is he going to be able to? Is the question. Yeah, but he's been in 5th since the restart.
Oh, really?
Pretty much. I mean,
he's been looking at the back of the pack. That's why.
That's awesome. You can see that he's been clear of the pack for a few laps now, and he hasn't really made any indents on this race lead, even though the leaders have been side by side.
Exactly, which I think he's trying to bide his time for a pit stop. So
I don't see why you would bide your time and stay closer to the pack that can easily wreck you instead of try to catch the faster trucks in front of you, especially if we go green flag to the end. That is a terrible decision. I don't think anyone actually is going to intentionally wait to catch up with the leaders. But how about Grizzly up the inside and clear once again? Here comes Corey back to the inside of the 16.
On, just getting into turn 1.
I'm sorry?
Dan was just getting into turn 1.
Yeah, he had a moment in the pack. He's trying to regain momentum with that race truck. Army looking to get involved with this battle for the race lead, trying to get second from Grizzly.
Now, my question is since we're in the final stage, okay, what do you think we might see, or do you have a couple of scenarios that you think that we might see in this final stage?
Pit stops.
I like that. Pit stops for sure.
Alright, these guys, they've been very clean all day. It is very hard for me to see that these guys have a caution. It's not impossible. There's contact actually going on for a second. Grizzly slid up the track and hit the 44 truck. We're all good. Didn't even get any types of sideways, and we stay green. But look, these guys are very clean. I'm not looking to see these guys wrecking any bit that would cause a caution. Looks like we're gonna be going green to the end for the most part. It can definitely change.
You probably jinxed it.
Sure. And you know what? Maybe we need a caution then. But anyway, these guys, they're going to try to make it a one-stop. Maybe the guys who aren't as fast as the leaders, they're going to try to save fuel now to try to make it. As you see the O2 truck of Addy being caught up, I know he's faster than that. My guess is he's probably trying to save some fuel. So if you're a race leader, though, you're going to try to go as fast as you can, because you're probably going to pit for 4 tires and fuel here. And then later in the race, you might have to just take a splash, depending on how your tires are doing. Maybe right sides, but it also depends who you're racing. Very tough to take 2 tires at a track like this. I can't see it, but also it's been done. And now Corey has been driving away from second, third, and fourth. Grizzly now in second. Corey is just driving away from them. This is not a new sight. We've seen this nearly every race he's been in. He's coming up to lap VO2 of Addy. The 17 of Malico has blown an engine. Day done. 17 truck. The battle for third begins to rage on. Prattman breathing down the neck of the 44 of Army. Again, Army subbing for Devin. .24 laps to go here in stage number 3 for Corey. He looks to lap the O2 of Addy. I expect pit stops to be coming up in the next 2 to 5 laps. Looks like there was an incident between Dak and Two Words. They got together a little bit. Looks like we have trucks on pit road. We've got the 52 to 45, the 87 to 54 spinning coming to pit lane. What else?
Corey's coming to the pits. And the leader's pitting.
Yeah, and Army was able to pass Corey on pit entry.
I think he caught the grass when he came in.
Corey?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Or at least on my screen it was. I don't know.
And how about the 16 of Grizzly? He pitted a lap earlier. Here he comes off the track. The 15 of Spooby, your race leader. Very slow on the backstretch. Can't tell if that's his pace or if that's him trying to make it to pit road.
That's him trying to make it to pit road like usual.
And the 44 is down and away. Here comes the 15 of Spooby, the pit road. I think he
ran out of gas.
Spooby?
For when he was in the pit, because that sounded like it was running really, really low on RPMs.
How about Corey? Back out in front over Grizzly.
So,
we have 20 laps to go this time by.
Somebody's up on the wall.
That's the 8702 words. He's facing the wrong direction. Able to get back going. And that's going to really knock him out of contention. The 44 of Army back in the pack after having such a great pit road entry. And now it's really going to be tough. With about 20 laps to go, these guys, they only need to save about 4 or 5 laps. You know, that's all. Not hard to do one bit. No, okay, but they're either going to have to make the decision now, or they're going to try to save it, or they're going to have to pit. And when they pit, with 4 or 5 laps to go in the race, what do?
Yeah.
It's tough. It really depends on what kind of a gap you have. And who you're racing. Maybe a theoretical scenario, they both, the 33 and the 16 both come to pit road, but one takes no tires and one takes 2. Well, actually, we've seen drivers blow tires coming to pit road, so it looks like the question's more of 2 or 4. You see Corey with the gap could easily take 4 and not be that far behind the 16. Or he could take 2 and have a large gap over the 16 and try to manage. It's just decisions you'd have to try to make with your competitors, looking at your gap, looking at how many laps to go. With 18 laps to go, coming around to 17, Corey's about to put a lap on the 15 of Spooby. And Corey finally finding his way around the 15 truck. He'll go around the outside. And clears the 15 of Spooby. 16 laps to go this time by the start-finish line. And you have to think, Spooby was able to stay out the longest. Could he be able to save the fuel to make it to the end? But he also can't lose too much more time from where he is. He's already a lap down and more. So if he's going to, he might not be able to pull out the win. Maybe a 2nd place or a 3rd place is in the works. And somebody's on pit road. That's a 34 of Randy. This has to be a scheduled stop. He's probably taking his last service of the night. He's going to top off with fuel. 2 right sides maybe. Oh no, he'll take 4. The 52 of Freak, very slow around the track. The 87 of 2 words to pit lane.
The 33 is going slow.
The O2 of Addy has blown an engine. They done O2. Here comes the 33 of Corey to pit road. Taking his final service. Probably going to top off 2 rights possibly.
The 15 going a little slow.
The 54 topping off. That's the 15's pace. That's not him trying to pit.
Oh, that's always his pace?
I haven't seen him break 160 in a few races now. I'm just messing with him. I think he's saving fuel. So right now the race leader is the 16 of Grizzly. A large gap. He's probably going to go as far as he can. And probably take a splash and 2 rights towards the end. Corey is coming onto the backstretch now. Let's see. Bud heading to pit road. Along with Miz. So now Corey is good to the end. And it looks like the bed has been made. Corey, on fresh tires and a full tank of fuel, good to the end, is now chasing down the 16 who's either saving or he's going to pit very late in the race.
Yep.
Ten laps to go here at Kentucky.
Oh, 22 catching the grass on the bottom of turn 3 and 4.
He's coming to pit road.
I hope that 22 didn't go into that pits too fast, though.
I think that's exactly what just happened. And Grizzly's on pit road. What does he take?
I'd say a 2-tired pit stop.
It's such an odd time to pit. I don't know what to take if I were him. The 5 of Jesse is your race leader. Who just got passed.
He's pitted.
He has not. The 33 of Corey has gone by to unlap himself from the 5. Racing Grizzly on the pit exit. He'll easily clear Grizzly by a mile. So Corey, the theoretical leader. Theoretically, that everybody else in front of him can't make it to the end. The 5 of Jesse heading to pit road. And Corey right now, I believe, sat 3rd. The 68 of Dakfu has taken over the race lead. He's heading to pit road.
Wow.
These late race pit stops.
Well, if the leader did just pit, so you might get your lap.
Yeah, I do believe this does hand this one off to the 33.
Mm-hmm. The African squirrel.
The 33 of Corey is your race leader. The 22 is the first truck, 1 lap down.
Who will run out of gas again?
Everybody's pitted now, so I hope nobody's running out of gas. Well, everybody who matters.
And
no,
all the important people have pitted, and we don't know about the others.
The 15 of Spooby has not pitted. He's still logging laps, and he's a lap down. It's here. 5 laps to go.
Will he run out of gas and go and become a lap down anyways?
So now the battle is who's next?
And someone probably just jinxed herself.
Now my question is could you see people running out of gas?
And Scooby's lights have turned on for the gas.
They've been on for for a couple laps now.
When's he gonna start spitting?
How about
sputter?
3 laps to go? Coming around to 2 laps to go. The 45 of Miz right now sat 4th.
If he can somehow keep it ahead of that 33, get past the line, go around one more time, and stay ahead of him, he can stay on the lead lap.
He's not even trying to stay on the lead lap. He's just trying to finish. Two laps to go. There goes the 15 truck going a lap down.
Aw, damn.
Coming around.
That might actually help him.
Coming around. Yeah.
But
One
they'll
lap
probably
to
run out of
go.
gas anyways.
1 lap to go here at Kentucky. And probably for the 20th time this season, the 33 truck has a huge lead.
I think the 15's out of gas.
That wouldn't be news. And coming through turns 3 and 4 for the final time in a bandit or a gunman truck, it's gonna be the 33 of Corey winning here in the Wholemade Veedverks Gunman Truck Series race here at Kentucky.
Hey, you can't go 2 laps down at least, yeah.
The 16 of Grizzly finished second. The 88 of Prattman finished third. The 45 of Miz came home fourth. But how about this? The 5 of Jesse was able to squeak out a top 5, followed by Bud, 2 words, Dak, Fu, Freak, and Randall, the top 10.
He's trying to get one of the cars that passed.
Oh my god.
Oh god, if he can get someone to push him, one of these cars that are going
it's over. There's like 5 seconds left. It's over.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And Scooby is disqualified. I don't know. I switched over to your truck when you started running out of gas. Then I went back to the leaders. After they went across the line, I came back to watch you run out of gas.
That's right.
And Scooby finally makes the line 10 years later.
How about Army with 11th, Spooey 12th, Dan 13th, Clutch 14th.
That don't sound good.
Addy 15th, and Malenko rounds out the grid.
Who got the fastest lap time, though, is the question.
Not Scooby.
Nah, that's probably going to be Corey.
Grizzly.
It's
Grizzly.
not Corey,
Grizzly
it's
got
Grizzly.
it.
Grizzly, well, he is actually the top of the daily leaderboard. And depending
Second was Dakaru.
what it is.
Dakfu. Shut up.
Did I hear Dakrafu?
It looks like Grizzly improved upon his time at the top of the daily leaderboard.
Oh.
So a little bit of icing on the cake. He'll improve the gap he had over lap time for the trucks, at least. As we wait for the rest of the drivers to funnel their way in for post-race interviews.
Post-race interview.
Oh, Grizzly's actually third on the chart. Alright, so we're waiting on Pratt, Man, Corey, and Grizzly. And they're all in here. Alright. They're all in. Alright. Yep. Y'all know how to set your mics to share. Let me know when y'all are ready. Alright. Corey, are you getting an interview this time? Good answer. Anyway. Alright, anyway, we're going to get interviews from at least our second and third place drivers. So, we're here with our third place finisher, driver of the number 88, Pratt. Man, how'd you pull that one off?
Well, I have to say a lot of it was the track position we got at the end of the first stage there. We saved some fuel there to make it without stopping, so that kind of shook up the field, and that's pretty much how we gained our track position. And once you get up there, it's a lot easier to run your line, and so we were able to distance ourselves from the rest of the pack. We may not have been the fastest, but good race for us.
What did you learn from last week's race, considering that was a heavy fuel mileage race? Today's race still being a little bit of fuel mileage, maybe not as heavy, but it definitely was a factor. What can you say you've learned from last week?
It's just, we were so close in the first stage on fuel that all you really had to do was, you didn't have to save a lot. So I kind of opted to start the back with that mindset that I wasn't going to stop that first stage. So basically from the start, I was just kind of putt-putting around there, saving fuel and tires, and probably should have saved a hair more than I did, because Corey was able to get me right there at the end without sputtering at the line. But yeah, it's just backing up your corners, letting it roll, and just, we stayed out of trouble, kept the fenders clean. It was a very clean race overall, I would say. So great
Zero
job
manual cautions.
Yeah, exactly. So,
all right,
it's a great race on all fronts.
Do you two got any questions for Pratt?
Yeah. Pratt, congratulations on second place or third place? Which one? Third? Alright, so we're doing third place? Alright. I had to get in the program there. I didn't know if we were doing second or third. But congratulations on your third place finish tonight, Pratt. Throughout that entire race, did you ever think about, did you take two tires? Or, I don't know if Emerson brought this up, but did you take two tires at all? And if you did it, what do you think about the handling of the truck, if you did two tires?
No, we never put two tires on the truck tonight. Thought about it on the last stop. Tires, left sides were okay, but ultimately, I may have gained on Grizzly there for a little bit, but he was gonna go right back by me, so it was just, in my opinion, I had enough of a gap behind me to take four safely, and we got on pit road good, so now we never really thought about two tires very much. The truck was, you had to kind of have a loose truck.
Well, what preset did you run?
What's that?
What preset did you run in the trucks tonight?
I'm not sure what the old crew chief had up his sleeve tonight, but she was loose.
He's not required to disclose that.
That's above my pay grade, honestly. But it was all about, I found I had to save my right rear tire, so it was definitely on the free side. If I was gonna blow a tire, it was gonna be my right rear.
Right, and that's what's wrong with this track is that right rear. It wears more than anything.
Well, it depends how the truck's set up, but
well, with the amount of it's an abrasive track with a lot of grip, so there's there's quite a load on the tires. We're going pretty quick around there, so
Sticky, do you have any questions?
No, but congratulations on a top 3 again this week.
Thank you. Yeah, good streak for us. Let's hope we can keep it up.
Yep.
That's 2 top 3s in a row.
Yep. Heading into the playoffs in just a few weeks. What are your chances?
Well, we'll be there for a little while, I'd say, but we're going to have to work extra hard, buckle down if we're going to be a serious threat here. So we'll see what we can do.
Right. That crew chief can pull.
Well, congratulations on the 3rd place finish. We're going to let you get to getting ready for the Xfinity race, the Bandits race. And good luck to you there and tomorrow in the Outlaws race.
All right, thank you.
All right. We're joined by our 2nd place finisher, driver of the number 16, Grizzly. You're 4th on the weekly fastest lap leaderboard for the trucks here at Kentucky. How does that feel? Actually, 3rd. It just updated. Or no, you're 4th. Never mind. I can read.
It feels pretty good. I laid down the fastest lap of the race.
That's right.
It's right up there at the end to try to catch Corey. I just didn't have enough time to catch him.
Tell us about how your truck handled tonight. Looked like that was on rails.
It was good. It stuck pretty good until about the end of the fuel run, and it would start getting loose. But it was still drivable.
What did you? I'll ask you the same question I did, Prattman. What did you take away from last week's race? That being a little bit more heavier on fuel mileage and all.
Cause I saved fuel at in the first stage there to try to get the best track position. It's more of you back up your corners more and roll through them instead of trying to hammer down on the coming out. I was just rolling about half throttle all the way down the straightaways to save much fuel as I could.
Right. What could you have done different to outdo Corey?
I probably would have took 2 tires there at the end because I'd have been right there with him.
All right. Y'all got any questions for him?
No, I do not. But congratulations on 2nd.
All right. So same thing as Prattman. Playoffs in a couple weeks. Oh, he's gone. Never mind. Well,
right, he's gone.
All right. Well, I would have told him congratulations. Yeah. That's right. He's got the Bandits race to worry about, and I don't blame him. But yep, congratulations to Grizzly on his 2nd place finish. All right, let's see. Do we got Corey on the line? Corey, you gonna join us? And that'll be our answer. All right, boys. Well, that was that was our Wholemade Veedverks Gunman Truck Series race here at Kentucky. A little reminiscent of last week, but a lot more clean. Again, 0 manual cautions. Hoping we can keep that up for the Bandits race in just a few minutes. Make sure you stick around. We'll be back to the racing action in just about 10 minutes time.